Hello and welcome back. Well, guess who's back once again? It's the Master League Master. And I was so... If you didn't see my tweet, I was so pissed off as a Man United fan after that Everton game that I just thought, fuck it, we'll go and do a new Master League as Man United, try and sort the team out. The chances are we're only going to get through one season before chat of Provo 2020 comes out, and then we have to go from there and see what we want to do once we hear about Provo 2020. But we're going to use this as a bit of a, you know, rebuilding Man United sort of series, see what's going on, see how we feel about the squad and things like that. So if we go and look at the squad at the moment, I've literally only just fired this up. We obviously have David De Gea, one of the best goalkeepers in the game. Probably not going to look to move him on. He is pretty damn good. Smalling and Jones, we'll have to wait and see. Ashley Young is going to be right out the door. In fact, we'll go and sort that out in a minute. He'll be gone. Luke Shaw, want to sort of keep him around. Matic, I'm happy to sell Matic and get someone in a bit younger. Herrera, maybe keep him around, not 100% sure. Pogba, if we get a big money bid, could go, but I know that he is really, really good in Provo. Juan Mata doesn't have the pace that I want in this team. Rashford will probably keep. Martial will probably keep. Romero's a good backup goalkeeper. Rojo will probably be out the door. Bailly will keep. Lindelof will keep, because I'm a big fan of Victor Lindelof. He's got, I think, as a defender to bring the ball out the back, he's pretty damn good at that. Valencia can go. Darmian can go. Dalot will probably keep around. Fred, I'm neither here nor there. I'd like to keep him and give him a go, but if we get a good offer, he could go. Lingard will probably keep. Pereira will probably keep. Sanchez can go. Lukaku, we'll see if we can do a loan, maybe a switch, not a loan, a player exchange deal for him. Grant, I'm happy to go. Garner, I don't think he's ever going to progress. McTominay will keep. Gomez will probably keep. Chong will probably keep, and Greenwood will probably keep as well. But yeah, we've got a pretty good squad. I mean, Man United have a pretty good squad in real life, so that's to be expected. They've got us lining up in a 4-3-1-2 formation, which isn't really what Man United have been playing. To be honest, they've more been playing a sort of one up front and two wide men, like so. The manager name, if you're not familiar with my Football Manager series that I have on the go on the channel with NK Zagreb, Vinko Peritin is someone who I just can't seem to get rid of from my club. He came through my youth system, and yeah, you'll be a defensive midfielder. He came from my youth system. I sold him, bought him back, and he's really, really shit. But he's becoming a bit of a hero of mine in the save. So I think we'd line up something like that. I reckon maybe we'd put Fred ahead of Matic for a bit more mobility. Probably switch those two over as well. We'd probably start Lukaku up to. Again, I know that Lukaku in this game is incredibly good. Yeah, we'd probably line up something like that to start. Maybe Smalling would come out for Bailly, and Lindelof would be my starting back two, like that. And obviously Young off for Dalot. I think that's sort of how I'd want to line up to be the starting lineup in the team. Would sort out the bench as well. So it'd be Romero. We'd probably leave Smalling and Jones on the bench. We'd put Lingard on there. Matic can sit on there. Sanchez would probably sit on the bench. And then I'd like to give the youngsters a bit of a go, to be honest. So probably get McTominay on there as well. But I think we're in an okay position as Man United boss. I forgot to go in and do the advanced tactics, as they say. So attacking fullbacks, yes. Swarm the box. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with both of them, to be honest. That should get Pogba and Fred up through the middle. It should get Luke Shaw and Dalot up the sides as well, which is fine by me. We have the cup thing. The International Champions Cup, I think it's called, which is actually coming to Singapore this year, which is very nice. But I don't know, let me know down below. It's only going to be a short episode today, because it's just the introduction of reasonings why I wanted to do it. There's a lot wrong with Man United at the moment, and I think Director of Football is needed. I think lots of things are needed. They need to sort of decide where the sort of virus is in the club and just stem it. It was embarrassing, that game against Everton. It was just incredibly, incredibly embarrassing, and no one wants to see that when you're a supporter of a club. The only saving grace is that Arsenal lost to Crystal Palace somehow, and I'm not even sure how that happened. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Let's go and have a look at. I always like to look at the transfer list first, just to see who's on it. Let's go and sort this by overall rating. Riyad Mahrez, Zinchenko, Correa. Okay, there's not really that many people I know they've had a little bit of an update as well, so I think, let's say if Mahrez has a release fee, if we just wait into transfer negotiations, yeah, 16 million, so it's a little bit more realistic than what they used to be on Pro Evo. So let's go and just have a look at absolutely everybody and see who's interested in signing to us. So Luka Modric, Luis Suarez, Kevin De Bruyne, Mo Salah. I mean, yeah, we're going to try and keep it sort of semi-realistic, I guess. Oh, Dybala. Oh, how I'd love to buy you, Dybala. Oh, I've got a bit of a thing for Dybala. I mean, I think I had him in the Villa save. He was one of my main men in the Juventus save. I think I sold him for 100 million in my Football Manager Juventus save. I can't really remember. PK I'd love to bring back. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I probably won't make any signings until you guys have seen this episode and we can go through it and see where you think. I think, you know, a centre back is probably something we need. Diego Godin, maybe, but he's already 32. He's quite old. Mbappe would be good fun, but it's not really realistic. Yeah, I don't know. By the way, I also had planned a whole Arsenal save that I was going to do. I had the thumbnails ready to go. I'd even created the Master League game like this, and it pissed me off so much that I had to scrap all the plans I had. Manolas would be nice at the centre back, wouldn't he? He's nice and tall, 189 centimetres, 27, defensive prowess 90, ball winning 90. He would be very, very nice. Good jump, good physical contact. Also, you got heading, man marking, acrobatic clear, captaincy, fighting spirit. Yeah, maybe we'll just add him onto the player list for now. I think he could be someone that we keep an eye on. But yeah, it'll be interesting to get your guys' ideas about we could go and re-sign Di Maria. No thanks. Thomas Muller. Oh, it's just good to see all these players, to be honest. No one from Man City, because that would never happen in real life. Now, Alderweireld is someone that might happen in real life. I know he's 29, but you know, there's been a lot of talk about Alderweireld, so we'll add him to the list as well. Just get him on there. Miranda maybe 34 though. Don't really want to go that old. De Vrij would be good. Maybe Delict as well. I mean, that's something we could go and do. Let's go and have a look at Ajax. Where are they? They're in the area of DC. There they are. So yeah, David Neres at right wing would be pretty useful. Quite quick. He's got some good skills. Yeah, I like David Neres. There he is. Delict. We'll add him to the list. Oh, add you to the list. Let's add David Neres on there as well. I know he's got quite a good following in real life. Van der Beek was another one of their unbelievably good players that's helped them run. Casper Dolberg, I know, is quite good. I might as well just list the whole Ajax team, I reckon. I love the fact that Klaus and Huntelaar are still playing. It's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what you guys think. I mean, who else has got some really good youth players? If we go to other European leagues, Dynamo Zagreb. If we look at if they've got Marin. Olmo is a very highly rated player as well. Is Marin in here? Musa. Yeah, there he is. He's very highly rated in real life. So he might be someone to go and have a look at. I mean, great pace. Left wing, another wing option in case Martial goes a bit wrong. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're going to go and play. Let's go and play Celtic because we'll give you a bit of gameplay in this video so that it's not just me. But yeah, let me know down below. So after this episode, we'll be going live on Monday. And I will wait until Wednesday until recording the next episode. So you've got pretty much 2 days to get your ideas in for transfers and people you want me to go and have a look at and go and buy. Now I want real players only, so no fake players that Pro Evo makes up in certain teams. Realistic transfers only as well, so we're not going to go and buy Neymar and like Dybala's not completely out there, but you know, not Neymar, not Messi, not Cristiano Ronaldo. Those people would never move to Man United in its current state. So yeah, let me know what you think. We're planning, well, Celtic today under Brendan Rodgers still. I haven't got that update sorted yet. Okay, only Lindelof is down, so I think let's just put we'll put Phil Jones in there. We'll take Chris Smalling off the bench because he's not up for it, and we'll put Garner. And we'll get Gomez on the bench instead of Rojo. I guess Mata could do with a place on the bench. Anyone we really don't want on here? I really don't want Ashley Young, but he is good to have. Okay, we'll leave Matter off for now. But that's how we're going to line up. Let's get into the game and we'll be back for kickoff. So this is the first time we get to see Man United under new manager Vinko Peritin taking on Celtic in a friendly. But you know there'll be a competitive edge whenever Scott Brown is involved, the Celtic captain for today. Fred is named as Man United captain for their first game under Vinko Peritin, but I wouldn't read too much into that. These are the lineups we have. Celtic have Gordon, Benkovic, Boyata and Ayer at the back, Sinclair, McGregor, Forrest, Brown and Nitcham in the middle, Griffiths and Rogic lead the line together up front in a very strange 3-5-2 formation. Man United line up like this: David De Gea in goal, Dalot, Jones, Bailly and Luke Shaw, Herrera, Pogba and Fred in the middle, Rashford supports Lukaku and Martial is on the left hand side of a front three. A very youthful bench has been named by Vinko Peritin in his first game. We'll have to see how this unfolds, and all the Man United players are going to want to impress and get under their, well, off to a winning start under their new manager, you would expect. We will be back when there's some interesting highlights, and welcome to the International Challenge Cup. So Rogic is in here, Rogic shoots and it goes past the post, and Celtic straight from the off playing in a very attacking formation here. Scott Brown just put nice outside of the boot ball into Lee Griffiths. Griffiths managed to get the ball back into Rogic. He turned, got his shot off, and it just went past De Gea's post. So Luke Shaw with the ball up to Martial, who's had his a bit of commitment questioned under previous manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Mourinho before that as Fred. Nice to play a little 1-2 with Dalot. Dalot's forward, he gets a shot off, and that goes past the post as well. Very unlucky for the youngster. It was good play from Man United to bring this across. Fred into Dalot, lovely little 1-2 to release him away from the defender. Played it into his path, got just to the edge of the box and couldn't get his shot on target. Craig Gordon seeing it past the post. And Lukaku picks up the header from Phil Jones, straight away releases Rashford. Marcus Rashford's in, goes for the dink, he's got too much on it and it goes over the bar. A really poor finish. Going to have to try and sort those out when the league season starts. But Lukaku here with a lovely through ball. Rashford got onto it and then just couldn't get the dink out. Gordon quickly off his line. And Rashford already ruining that chance. He hopes he gets another to make amends in the future. But we do know there's a potential number of transfers that Vinko Peritin will want to make to this Man United team. Phil Jones there challenging for the header is one of the defenders who potentially could be on his way out under the new Croatian boss. We'll have to wait and see what happens as Pogba turns, gives the ball into Fred. Tries to go up towards Rashford and finds him. In towards Lukaku, but Nisham reads that very well. Or Boyata, sorry, read it very well at the back for Celtic. It goes up the line. Jones wins another header. He is going to be impressing if he can keep winning aerial duels like that in the game, as Martial looks to come forward with it. Looks to just jink away, but it's a good tackle, and Scott Sinclair gets it away, and Lee Griffiths is a little bit isolated up front in his own, and Eric Bailly comes in and makes a really good tackle. Martial into Lukaku, round the corner to Rashford. Rashford just holds on to it, tries to feed it in to Martial, who's offside, and that'll be the end of that attack. Martial has got in here but can't get the crossing, gives it off to Luke Shaw, in it goes looking for Lukaku. Great header away from Boyata at the back. Fred picks up the pass from Pogba, tries to release Dalot. Dalot couldn't just get that cross in, he keeps it alive, goes back to Fred. Fred into Pogba, back to Fred. Oh, I tried to get it back to Pogba's feet, but Scott Brown intercepts it well, and Celtic will look to launch a bit of a counter-attack here as Lee Griffiths runs down to the left-hand wing, put under pressure from Phil Jones, and then gets it back in behind. Dalot has got back into position. Griffiths is there. Dalot slides in. Griffiths holds the ball up well, and Fred intercepts that really easily. Here comes Celtic again. Rogic picks it up, lays it back to Scott Sinclair, and it goes towards Griffiths, who turns, holds on the ball back to Rogic, and Phil Jones puts in a good tackle. It's the first corner of the game, and it's going to go to Celtic. And have they been working something on the training ground? Pogba has been pulled out of the middle by Lee Griffiths. Obviously asked to man mark him there on the edge of the box. Looks like it's going to be an in-swinger. Fred is underneath it, and Rogic spins a header, and it goes just over the bar. And Celtic showing their danger from set pieces here. Really, that is a big mismatch of Fred v Rogic. But Man United live to fight another day. Luke Shaw up the line to find Martial. Back it goes into Fred. Fred, the as I say, captain for today, he's actually dictating quite a lot of the play. Keeping it moving across the midfield. Luke Shaw. Oh, it's a very good tackle there from the fullback for Celtic. Bailly keeps it alive. Up it goes to Martial. Into Pogba. Pogba has Fred alongside him. Little back heel into Pogba's path again. It's very patient play from Man United, but that is down to Celtic's very good defensive work here. There's no real cutting edge for this Man United team. They're passing it around a lot, and Pogba fancies a shot from range, and Gordon picks it out of the air, and that's Celtic's good defending there has frustrated Man United, causing them to have that shot from long distance, and Pogba not getting enough power on it to really trouble Craig Gordon. And now Celtic are coming forward again. Up it goes towards the winger to Lee Griffiths' feet. He holds it up, goes out to wide, but it's a good defensive header from Dalot, and Rashford uses his pace to get there first. Fred lays it off looking for Luke Shaw, but Scott Sinclair reads that pass and beats him to the ball. Lee Griffiths flicks it on one more to Sinclair, and Herrera's been pulled out of the central midfield holding spot that he normally likes to occupy, and they've worked that well. There's a sliding attempted block, and Sinclair shoots past the post. And this is an end-to-end game, and very entertaining as well. As it came back here, they worked it very well, Celtic, and it came in Nichum into Sinclair, who shoots with his left foot just over De Gea's goal. Martial into field towards Pogba, who isn't fouled. Referee says it's a good tackle. And here come Celtic again. Now they've got to be wary, but it is half-time, and it's 0-0. A pretty entertaining game at the halfway point. It's Man United just having a bit better possession. Equal shots on goal, but Man United having the only shot on target during the first half. Let's see what happens in the second half when we return. So no changes at half time for either team as the second half gets underway. Man United playing in the famous red kit, kicking from left to right, and Celtic in their very famous green and white hoops as Fred tries to put that around the corner and loses possession early on in the second half. Let's see if Celtic can capitalise as it goes out to Scott Sinclair on the right hand side. Luke Shaw just caught slightly out of position but recovers very well to win that ball back. So the first goal of the game has been scored, and it was really well worked. Rogic here held it in, got it back after a tackle, flinked a nice little ball into Lee Griffiths, one touch, and he fires it past David De Gea, and it is 1-0 to Celtic. And you'll realise that is a little bit strange. That's because I didn't realise they were going to score, so I apologise for that. It will get better as the season continues in Master League, the commentary. But the game gets back underway with Man United finding themselves 1-0 down to Celtic, and they're going to need something to change in this game if Vinko Politin can start his Man United career, albeit on a friendly, off to a start as Rashford looks to play it in towards Lukaku. Just couldn't sort his feet out. Pogba keeps that alive. Martial into Lukaku, round the corner, into Pogba, finds himself in space. What a last-ditch tackle that was from the Celtic man, as Luke Shaw can't quite keep that in play, but does take a quick throw-in up into Pogba's path. Up it goes to Fred. Fred tries to lay that into Lukaku, but it was a bit of a hopeful pass, really. And Fred is finding his influence on this game waning a little bit. He was very influential in the first half, but yeah, it's not having the impact in the second. Herrera up towards Pogba, who they really need to make a difference now, and it's opened up for him. Paul Pogba has a shot and it's deflected and it goes in, and that has completely dumbfounded the goalkeeper there as Paul Pogba brings out the dab, and it is 1-1 in the game as we see that replay. It was here, Herrera laid it into Pogba's path. The good run from Lukaku took the defender away, Boyata. Pogba got into a good area, got the shot off, deflects off the defender and goes into the net off air, and it will go down as a Pogba goal, but with a big helping hand from the Danish centre-back. So Diego Dalot finds himself in a bit of space on the right-hand side, tried to play that in to Rashford's feet, and it's deflected off the young Portuguese, and it goes out for a throw into Celtic, and Scott Brown takes it back to Ayer. Up it goes to the left-back, who I assume would be Tierney, into Boyata. Out to the right hand side, and Celtic are moving this around very well, and Lee Griffiths finds himself in space, but that's a wasteful pass, as is that from Dalot, and that has given Celtic a chance to get in here. Good defensive play from Phil Jones once again. The ball over the top is covered by Dalot, and he heads it back to De Gea for a nice comfortable catch. Oh, and Rogic has found himself in behind. De Gea comes out and Rogic fires over the bar, and you can see the anguish on his face. De Gea went for an early kick, it fell to Rashford, who miscontrolled it, and Celtic just put Rogic in. It was a lovely first touch, but then he just couldn't put it away with his second, and it remains 1-1. Fred out to Dalot. Dalot into Lukaku, who is tackled. Rashford keeps it alive. Is Dalot onside? No, he's not. He's offside, and that could have been a good opportunity. Man United are looking rusty at this point in the game, and that's something Peritin's going to have to take care of. And take care of it he has. 3 subs at the same time. We see youngsters Chong and Pereira come on to replace Fred and Rashford, and Alexis Sanchez on to replace Anthony Martial. So 3 players looking to impress the new manager as they come on. also, Peritin's showing he's not afraid to use the youth players if necessary, as Phil Jones gives that away with a pretty shocking pass. And that's been a bit of the problem for today in the game, and that is a foul on Delo. And for a moment, I think the crowd thought it might have been a penalty, but it remains a 1-1. And the young Portuguese guy was failed as the ball came up over the top. He actually did very well to get his body in the way. Now De Gea will take the goal kick, looking to play it into Chong, the youngster who's come through the Man United youth system and doesn't get off to the most auspicious start in a red shirt by giving the ball away, and that's dinked over the top. Phil Jones has to come and cover against Lee Griffiths, and he jumps around the tackle really easily. Rogic picks it up, gives it back into the middle, back to Rogic. They're moving this around. Griffiths with a shot, and it's gone in at the back of the net. It's a left-footed finish. It's a lovely goal. And the music blares out around the stadium as Rogic they were just playing it around Man United here. Lovely back flick to get it into Griffiths' pass, and it is 2-1 Celtic. And the substitutions appear not to have worked for Man United. Pereira releases Chong. Chong looks to stand it up for Lukaku, and he couldn't win the header. Boyata did really well, and then it's put behind by put it into safety. And it's going to be Pogba to take the corner. Can he make something happen here? It fires it in. It's too close to the goalkeeper. And it's an easy catch for Craig Gordon. There is 10 minutes to go in this half. And 10 minutes to go in the game. Oh, and Griffiths has found himself through in a bit of space. He's got the legs on Eric Bailly. He's forced him a little bit wide. And Bailly's defended that really, really well. He lays it back, and Bailly again is in there with a tackle. Bailly flicks it in to Pogba's path. Pogba now sees the run of Sanchez and is going to try and pick him out, but just couldn't float it over the top of the defender's head. Scott Sinclair brings the ball down well. And it goes back to Inchum, into the fullback. Up it goes to Scott Sinclair. Rogic holds on to it, waiting for that run of Griffiths. Jones dives in and doesn't get the ball. Out it goes to Sinclair. Shaw can't get the tackle in. It falls to Inchum, who is held up by Jones. And that's a back heel that's gone out of play. But that's the full-time whistle. It's 2-1 to Celtic. Not the start Vinko Peritin wanted in his career as Man United manager. But there you have the stats. 52% possession. Celtic dominating the shots on goal in that second half. And a lot of work to do for the new Croatian manager. So the scouts have gone and found Vidal. 31 years old, box-to-box midfielder. Do we think he is helpful for our cause in the team? You'll have to let me know. But for now, that will be the end of the first episode of the Man United Master League. Please do let me know your comments. Let me know who you think we should go and buy. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you're excited for the series. Please leave a comment as well about who we should sign. Leave a like if you're new. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. And introduce yourself in the comments. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.